Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Davion and welcome to a very special edition of the ICP. This is I just wanted to cover some team stuff here, okay? Because as you could tell, we are here sitting at 1-3, not looking pretty, trying to find a way back into the playoff race and contention. We've been sitting at the bottom of the pack for too long, and I try to get the wins with Roaring Moon, and I just don't know how to play the Pokemon effectively without some extra help. So that's what we're doing. We're getting Roaring Moon help. We're getting the rest of the team some help. So if you guys are excited for this video, obviously leave a like. It helps me a ton. But again, we are uploading every Friday. You're seeing this Thursday. So tomorrow when you see our battle, you are going to see a very different team. I've already done my battle before I recorded this, believe it or not. So we're going to go over the team. I have Dragonite here. Dragonite's not on the team. He's just here. He's just here to make sure that you aren't spoiled of what's to come. So as you can see on the bottom is what our team is, but just as every good team, we have to make some transactions to make sure that we can go from a good to a great team, right? We got to make sure that we're supplementing the team roster effectively. And there were some Pokemon on my team that I think it's okay. Yep. All right, for sure. I just think that I did a poor job with my team, but I think the team was also poorly constructed. I think there was better ways out of that and better ways to go about it. So kicking things off, we're gonna show you everyone we dropped, and just like that, the team is short. You saw 11 Pokemon, now you see 6, and the Pokemon we're dropping are right above my head. Jirachi, Terrakion, Gengar, Avalugg, and Cutiefly. I'd hate to see it, Avalugg, Cutiefly never got to make an appearance. Gengar literally made one appearance and didn't do much. Terrakion tried his best all season long, and I never got to really use Jirachi. It was just trying to find it with the team, and having it with Screamtail and other things was just really rough to use. I just found Screamtail was easier in most situations, so there's that. So how are we going to supplement this team? How are we going to replace the Pokemon that are on the team? And we added 4 Pokemon, so that means we're going from an 11 Pokemon team to a 10 Pokemon team. That's a good thing. And kicking things off with our first pickup is going to be Bubbles the Mew. Mew is a great Pokemon, right? We love Mew. We love Mew. I love Mew in this household, right? This Pokemon gets a lot of great things. As you can see, just being physical with Bulk Up is an option. It also gets D-Dance in this generation. Also has access to Nax Plat and Calm Mind. A lot of stuff. It did lose its sustainability, but you can supplement those things with things like Drain Punch, right? But it is a setup sweeper, which means there's another Pokemon that's not named Roaring Moon that can set up and sweep. Like Terrakion had those moments, but its speed tier made it so it wasn't necessarily faster than things that I needed it to be, and was never in a situation where I could make it so that it was actually OHKOing things. And also, I would have missed playing it. I'm not saying that I was playing the best. Mew is a great Pokemon. I have a lot of familiarity with it, and it's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Very excited to utilize this thing, and I hope that we can utilize it to its full extent. But if you ever want to use this thing as a defensive Pokemon as well, that is a very real possibility, right? This thing is obviously hundreds across the board. It does get access to... I was gonna say something. It gets access to, hazards, right? It can hazard stack. It gets the rocks, it gets the spikes. So you can use it as one of those. If you want to set it up and use stored power, that's another awesome option. It's a very good Pokemon all around. Obviously great usage. It gets access to Trick Room, Toxic, anything you think of for the most part, it does get. So very helpful on that side, but also helpful if we want to use it as a setup sweeper. I think Mew is great. So I think it's a good pickup for our team to have. Moving on. I know what you're thinking. Davion, you dropped Terrakion. What are you going to replace with it? We were thinking about speed tiers, and I think we went down a tier. We wanted to get into a little bit of a different situation with our Pokemon, and getting an additional flying type was really nice, and picking it up with the fighting type, we got Gyarados, right? Yes, I'm going to be using Shiny Gyarados. We are using Kevin. For anyone who hasn't picked up on my nickname theme, by the way, it's just animated characters. I was going with DreamWorks at first, like when I was like, oh, I'm doing Toothless. I have Fiona. I have different characters. Then I was like, dude, I can't think of a DreamWorks character for a freaking Terrakion. Actually, I think no, because I used Disney, because it was Louisa. Yeah, no, yeah. So Zapdos is Kevin. For anyone who didn't know who Kevin is, you were living under a rock. But, it's a great Pokemon, right? The close combat, Brave Bird, knockoff, U-turn, gets Stomping Tantrum, has Defiant in case things go south. Awesome Pokemon to have on this team, and it definitely supplements that Terrakion field that we have kind of been trying to use, but I think now is a Pokemon that we definitely can use. Now, we needed some help on the defensive side of things. We did get rid of things like Avalugg. We got rid of Sableye. Or what? We got rid of Cutiefly. Stupid. We got rid of Cutie Fly. But Cutie Fly's not even I don't even know what I'm saying. We got rid of things like Avalugg, Terrakion, and Jirachi, right? So those are a lot of supplements. So we needed some supplemental pieces to help with the defensive side of things. I learned that Screamtail was taking a lot of that, the resources in that aspect of trying to be defensive and helping out. So picking up Mew obviously is a big help in that regard. But also when you're looking at Rotom and Volcanion and Toedscruel, you know, those were trying to take on jobs that I just think they couldn't do, and Quillfish as well. So we added something to help with screens. So we pick up Prankster, Klefki. We got Sora, is an animated character. Don't shoot me in the face. He is an animated character, all right? He's just in a video game. But things like Reflect and Light Screen help this Pokemon a ton, and it helps the team a ton. Obviously, things like that, plus, you know, having access to spikes is really awesome. Very useful for us as well to help with that. You know, it also gets access to Draining Kiss if it wants to try to stay healthy. It does get access to Psychic, Psy Shock, things like that as well, if we want to go that route. But Thunder Wave, the real reason we're using this is Prankster screens with, you know, maybe Switcheroo like a Lagging Tail, or, you know, has access to Trick Room, Thunder Wave, things like that. It's a really good Pokemon. And I kind of spoiled it on accident, but the other pickup was Sableye, and it's another Prankster Pokemon. We were just looking for something to help in that dark type territory, and there wasn't really much in the low value, so we did drop 2 and picked up 1, and Sableye was really helpful in that. You know, things like Will-O-Wisp gets access to Encore, can recover its HP if it wants it to be bulky. It is not the worst Pokemon in terms of bulk, right? It's a little bit of a meh. It's not like awful, right? But it's not the greatest, right? 75 and 65 with 50 HP is not everyone's favorite, right? But its Prankster ability is why we're here. Will-O-Wisp is a great move, right? It gets access to things like there's something I'm like clear as day missing. It also gets screens, right? Reflect, Light Screen with the Prankster, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, Trick, those types of things. To have access to those things is really, really important, and it double Prankster with double screens makes people have to prep for it, meaning they're going to bring things like Brick Break or Psychic Fangs, meaning that they have to take a move off of their Pokemon that can be like a close combat or something very valuable to put on that move because they're scared of screens, right? So things to think about, but also you can't Brick Break this Pokemon, you can't Psychic Fangs this Pokemon, and that's really important to think about, right? We need to keep that in mind when we are playing the games, because if we bring this thing and we set up screens with it, you can't Psychic Fangs me, you can't Brick Break me. We can always switch into this Pokemon. Nightshade is obviously a very good move. Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp help a ton in, you know, burning things that we've wanted to burn has been Rotom's job. Now we have Sableye to do it. So those are our next additions to the team. I mean, I think this team is going to be fun. Really excited to use Gyarados. I haven't used it yet, not one singular time, but it is an awesome Pokemon, and I think we're gonna be ready to have a good time. If you're excited for the rest, I don't know what just happened to me. I like died. If you are excited for the rest of the Vegas Golden D-Night season as much as I am, please hit that like button. Stay tuned. We are trying to make a comeback. We have this end of season push that we are going to try to make. We're looking forward to it. We are sitting at 1-3, you know, -8. It's a tough here at the bottom, but while we are down, we are not out. We have a whole half of season left. If we can make a couple push, maybe get to a 4-4 situation, there's a chance that we can squeak ourselves into the playoffs if we can get some good wins too, right? Like some 4-0s, some 3-0s. Let's get some good wins in the mix of that. But hey, let's have a fun time doing so. If you enjoyed, like button. We'll see you tomorrow for our battle against, I believe it's Incog and Backs to the Future. Fire name, by the way. Rock with it. Baxcalibur is cool Pokemon. Rock with the name. But we should have a fun time doing it. I'll catch you guys in the near future. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for everything you do, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.